Check, check. All right, I think it works. I think we got noise from the air conditioner, though.
There's a hurricane here.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't help it. It's too warm without it.
Where's the remote for it?
I haven't seen the remote for the air conditioner in a really, really long time.
It doesn't work.
Well, we haven't used it in a really, really long time. So, there's that.
I don't fully understand when batteries don't work. You just open it up and like twist them, and then they work again.
You get that last little juice out of them.
Are you like shaking the lithium ion? I don't even know. It's crazy. Cool. Good talk.
Yeah, that was a really exciting chat about batteries. Hi. Happy Sunday.
It's time for coffee.
So much coffee. So much
Steve!
coffee.
I was just thinking about you.
Steve.
Rubbing corrosion off the metal tab, maybe.
I don't think they're that old.
Yeah, they're...
Unless there's like little bits of corrosion that we can't see yet or something.
I don't know. It's a good guess, though.
I used to always like switch the batteries.
Yeah, same thing though. It just moves them around.
I know, but like I was like, well, maybe one side pulls more than the other, and I would always switch them to get that last little bump, before.
Last little bump, huh?
Last little bump, yeah.
I don't know what you're
of
talking
energy
about.
before getting new batteries as a kid, or last week. I don't know.
Dog has moved.
He's there though. He's there.
Dog.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. My energy level is like, oof, today.
Everybody's quiet, tired today.
Oh my God.
Myself included. But we are here. Every week. Spreading the love of Doomtrooper. Willow!
Also coffee. Hi, Willow. Sup, nerds?
Yeah, at this point in our career, it's just a tired game developer and his wife waking up early to...
It's not that we wake up early. It's that I require a solid, 2 hours from the time I wake until the time I, actually really want to, do productive things.
Yeah.
It takes, a long time. Oh, my God. See? Woo!
It's just nice to show people that we're alive. We're still here. Still spending all my time on Doomtrooper. Although not this week. Had a lot of...
Stuff happened.
Yeah, I was going to say personal stuff, but Doomtrooper's personal.
I mean...
Real life stuff. I had a lot of real life stuff I had to take care of this week.
Yeah, Willow, often we don't wake up until 10 a.m. And then we're like, we have to get ready straight away for 11 a.m. We woke up earlier than that today, but I kind of just sat in bed because the cat came over to say hi, and so I just hung out with him for a little while. So
yeah, I mean everything's good.
Oh no, everything's good. It was good stuff. It was
it's just stuff that kept me busy.
Yeah. Stuff with Justin's day job. Good stuff
Among
with
other
Justin's day
things.
job, and it was good. Yeah. It was good stuff. Stop it. Ridiculous.
So yesterday was Julie's birthday, in case you didn't hear. So she is now 29 years old. Yeah, well.
I'm a week older than Justin.
Yeah. There's 1 week out of the year where I get to say that I'm dating an older woman.
And it's this week, so I'll be hearing that probably all the time. So here we are.
True. Willow says happy birthday.
I saw. Thank you.
That's weird. Willow had an icon in chat, then she didn't,
Oh yeah,
and she did again.
that's weird.
I don't know if that shows on your side, Willow.
It shows on mine.
Yeah. You did 3 chats with an icon, 1 without, and then 1 with again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Twitch is weird.
You know, I haven't quite figured out all the nuances of Twitch. So yeah, we're just hanging out. What's up? How's it going?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the same thing we see, Willow.
All right, so did you get a chance to work on Doomtrooper?
It's not that
this
time
week?
yet. It's
Oh, it's not? I don't have anything else. I'm like actually really sleepy right now. Like,
Yeah, we gotta play the long game.
Okay. Oh, we watched 2 out of the 3 Fear Street movies. They're okay. Which is disappointing because I read, I had like a lot of social interaction issues as a child. So I read a lot. And I read all of the Fear Street books as a kid, some Christopher Pike stuff, and then later Goosebumps came out.
Fear Street was first?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I was reading Fear Street first as like a 3rd grader, and then Goosebumps came out and I was older and I started reading Goosebumps anyways, even though it was like not as cool as Fear Street because it was written for younger kids. But I was like, fuck it, and I read it anyways. So
Yeah.
I loved Fear Street. Like it was a huge part of like 10-year-old me's life, and they're not that good. I will watch the 3rd one, but
I thought they were good.
oh no, we forgot to go to the pop-up yesterday. Forgot to like drive by it. Damn it.
Was yesterday the last day?
I think it might have been. I had this on my computer. I've had this Fear Street thing.
You're getting lots of happy birthdays.
Wait, it is around today. Yay. Thank you, Flana.
And Too
Thank
Mad.
you. I am using my words to get there. Thank you, Too Mad. Thank you, Flana.
Yeah, so they're. I thought they're good. They're.
Okay.
I had a moment where I'm realizing that I'm getting old because
now?
I realized that this film feels like it's made by somebody who thinks they're making a vintage horror movie like 1978 to 1982. But really, it's somebody who's probably someone who saw those movies growing up and is making this movie based on the memory they have of those movies, if that makes sense. So it's like a true homage to classic horror. And it made me feel old because I realized that it was like a generational. I mean, I'm a little too young to really be in like the early days of Friday the 13th and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, because that was like 78 to when I was born. But
right.
This felt like they were trying to make that movie, but from memory, if that makes sense. Which doesn't make it bad. It's just, it made me think about...
the second one was a little better.
Well, yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
It made me think about how, how generational things work and how if you were born in 1965, then you grew up in like the height of horror, and you grew up with John Carpenter and all this like Wes Craven stuff that was fresh and horror that hadn't been seen before, a genre that hadn't been seen before. And I started thinking about like what we're living through right now, and I realized it's very clearly it's superheroes. Like superhero movies are going to be around
like the last like 20 years.
Yeah, but it's different. X-Men was good at the time, but in retrospect, they didn't get great until Marvel like stepped up from the comic world and just started doing everything. And even if you hate Marvel movies, you got to admit that Marvel's doing really well with what they're transitioning to film. And in 50 years, there will be horror movies that are made to try and replicate what Marvel did in the 2010s. And that's kind of what Fear Street is to horror. I don't know. Maybe it only works in my head, but I find it interesting.
I liked it. I mean, we're going to watch the last one.
Yeah.
I have to.
I mean, a lot of you guys know, I probably know that I love horror, and I want to work in horror more in terms of games or even cinema if I can. I've worked in tangential to horror cinema twice, but never. Something always went wrong, and I didn't get to like really be in it. Like I worked on a horror anthology that was done online. That they only made a couple things, and then the company lost funding. We didn't get to keep doing it, and I was gonna try to like be a corpse or something in it. I thought it'd be fun.
Really?
And then I worked on a video game adaptation of Danny DeVito's horror brand, but they stopped working on their short horror films like during the development, so I didn't get to be a corpse in that either. As I always say, though, Danny's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. If you ever get a chance to meet that man, just thank him for his service to pop culture, because that guy's a legend. And
just It's Always Sunny alone is like,
and he is nice enough to
ridiculous.
deserve all the high fives. Like that, he was never. Not only was he never rude to anyone, including me, but he. If you've ever met someone famous more than once, he remembered my name like both times. Like
that never happened.
And my face, like out of context, he came up to me and said, "Hey, Justin, how's it going?" And I was just like, "This guy rules." Because he meets so many people.
Yeah.
And then I also worked on video game adaptations of Halloween and Apocalypse Now, which isn't technically horror, but neither of them came out either. Technically, I worked on an Alien video game that never came out. So I have this like trend of working on horror stuff that just gets like
shelved,
imploded. Yeah, it's a bummer. But if I make another game someday, if I don't burn out on this one, it'll probably be horror influenced. I think Steve would appreciate that too.
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I think maybe like I just like interacted socially last night, and now I'm tired, like more tired than normal.
Yeah, we took Julie out for her birthday, and she we did an outdoor dining thing. We still don't really do indoor dining unless it's like a special emergency, but
special emergency.
Yeah, but
we're so hungry.
We're trying to branch out to outdoor dining more often, just because we've been inside so long. And it was great. Julie, you could tell Julie was having a great birthday present, because she sat down and she looked at the menu, and the waiter came over and she was like, "We want one of all of the appetizers." And I was like,
starter plates.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, she's having fun. So she was just so excited to be able to order one of everything. I was like, yeah, okay.
You're such a dork. And he like said that later. He's like, "You had a gleam in your eye when you ordered one of everything." I was like, shut up. Stop it.
Yeah.
2 of the oysters.
2 of the oysters. Yeah.
They were good.
So if we have any Doomtrooper people here that aren't just hanging out, I'll post a link. I didn't get a lot of reply yet, but there's some good stuff in there. Solafine was suggesting that we do some changes to the Venusian Rangers, and there's some good stuff. Specifically, I really like, he gave an ability to the Venusian Marshals. I guess I can bring it up. He gave an ability to the Venusian Marshals that says, first strike when equipped with a firearm. And I like that. Because just giving someone a keyword, boring. But giving someone a keyword that triggers from another event, that's cool. Because it encourages combos and synergy. And giving someone a keyword when it involves them getting an attachment to activate, that's like fire. Because in classic Doomtrooper, nobody used equipment because there were cards that would just wipe out all the equipment or whatever. So there was a trend in the retro game to not give anybody guns. And this game is meant to be about soldiers, and you give them guns and you attack. And like anything we can do to bring that back, I think is a win. So the idea of this guy only gets his special ability if you give him a gun, I think is really cool. So I definitely encourage some more feedback on this. I think there's some good stuff that I want to get out of this into the game. Also, he's probably sleeping right now, but it looks like Invader is going to be helping out, allegedly, to help us finish the base set. So that means we'll be able to get from where we are now to an actual launch in the next X weeks.
That's exciting.
X being a variable that we are still solving for the algebra.
Wow.
But that's super exciting for me because
way to nerd that up.
I've been here a long time. Some of you guys have been here a long time.
I've been here a long time.
You've been here a really long time. Time to... I'm not even going to make that joke.
Stop.
um,
Been here since 2016 when we first decided to do this craziness.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Didn't think it was going to take this long, but what do I know?
I don't know. What do you know?
Also, if you guys have not logged in this week, what's wrong with you? But we have started testing a new weekly mission, which seemed to work. I was pretty excited. So
Halloween horrors?
No, down here. This is my developer account.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's not Halloween,
Down
Justin.
Here. Down here, not the pink ones. So we launched the weekly mission of disaster, which is a completely new weekly mission system
of disaster.
I'm going to tweak it, but for the most part, I'm very happy with it. And unless you guys are like farming shiny trinkets that I don't know about, it doesn't seem to have any bugs. It seems to work, which is rare. So I did test it a lot, though. So I'd like to think that I could launch it. And fun fact, it did have one bug. At midnight last Sunday, when it ticked over to Monday, I was in bed, and I was like, I don't know that I trust myself as much as I want to. So I got up, came in here, turned on Doomtrooper, and I did not get a weekly quest. And I was like, uh-oh. So like at 12:01 a.m., it was not giving out weeklies. And I forgot one flag in a query for all you database nerds. So I fixed it and redeployed really quick, got the mission, tested on my other account to make sure I got the mission, then I went to bed. So one bug I missed. But as a reminder, if you guys play and you don't know how this works, I'm going to update the UI to make this clearer. But you get your mission, like always, on Monday morning, as soon as it becomes Monday in California. And if you beat it, it flags your account so that the next day at midnight, you'll get another one. So it is just like normal missions where in the past we've done like part 1 of 2, part 2 of 2, part 3 of 2. Wait, math doesn't work, but you know where I'm going with that. Same thing, except you can only get one per day. So the idea is to start letting the weekly mission be more of a reason to log in every day on top of the daily missions. So instead of people just burning through them on Monday, maybe it'll encourage people to play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe it'll bleed into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it'll help fill up the lobby as we grow the player base with getting towards launch. So
nice.
I think it's nice. So the reward for part 1, some people have done it all, which is great. The reward for part 1 is 500 acquisition points. That's really just for beta because your acquisition points and your crafted cards don't carry over. So it just gives you like a nice little boost of crafting. So that'll change. Part 2 is I think 200 coins. So that's the equivalent of getting a pack. Or if you're saving for something else in the store, you can use the coins for whatever. And then part 3 gives you a pack. So you get the same as before. It used to be play X amount of games and get 2 packs of cards. You still get your 2 packs in this new system. It's just spread out. And then part 4 is... And part 3 is more difficult.
Damn, Gina, so many parts.
Part 3 requires you to win games, not just play games. And that's intentional. Which is going to be a little tricky, but we'll see. And then part 4 is a larger number of played games or win games than we used to do before. Part 4 is meant, like if you do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you get part 4 on Thursday, the idea is that most people, it will take into the weekend to complete. And it's supposed to be hard. But the reward for part 4 is a new item, or I guess you could call it a currency, called a...
I think you could say both.
Called a Bitcoin. No, wait, it's not a Bitcoin. Not a Bitcoin. It's called a shiny trinket. And I posted on Discord, but the
Are you on Discord?
I am. The description of the trinket, which will show up in the game soon, is something like a relic of post-war society. This probably has some value to somebody. ... So it's part of another system that we've talked about that we've been working on. I mean, there's not that many people here, and I don't think we get that many VOD people, so I'll go ahead and share a little info. But we've talked in the past about the special vendor. So, and yes, it's very similar to Destiny, but I really like that system. The special vendor, whose name is Greg, or Galactic Greg, will show up once a week, and he is a collector of pre-war trinkets and items. So he will show up on the weekends, and the shiny trinkets that you have will be redeemable with him to get a small list of really cool stuff. So he will have stuff like a super rare card back, retro variant cards perhaps, animated variant cards, like just like the really top tier shiny rare cosmetics and missions and cards and stuff like that. So he should be fun. He'll have a very small inventory, but it'll change every week when he shows up. So you'll be able to redeem your shiny trinkets for really cool stuff. And I will have more ways to earn shiny trinkets, probably up to 2 or 3 a week for the people who play a lot. Like we'll start doing weekly events soon. And if you complete the weekly event, you'll probably get a trinket just as a reward for logging in on the weekend. And then if you do all of your weekly missions, you get the trinket. And maybe we'll throw like a really rare third one in there somewhere. Maybe we'll give away shiny trinkets in the stream. Something like that. But for the people who want to get like the retro variant cards and the super rare stuff, I think it'll be fun.
That's really cool. Look at all these fun things happening. Good work, Justin.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Log in now.
Seems like it might be a short stream this week because I'm going to tell you guys everything I have to tell you, and you guys don't have a ton to say, so we might regain...
I'm sleepy. Yeah, I know. But that's really cool. You did all this work on these missions, and it's really cool.
Thank you for appreciating my hard labor.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's really cool.
We have a friend... Thank you, Willow. We have a friend, Jay, who is in Southern California today for a...
Hype.
For a baby shower or something. And he asked if he could come by, and he's fully vaccinated, and his girlfriend is too. And we haven't seen him in a long time due to COVID. So we have to clean up the apartment today to make sure that he's, got a good place to come and hang out. And we're getting dinner with him tonight. But Jay and I worked at Obsidian together on a lot of really fun games. And he went on to work on God of War. And then he went to work on Destiny. And he's been at Destiny for a really long time. Yeah, at Bungie.
They have a really nice office.
So he's the one who gave me the cool little silver ghost over here.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen him in a long time. So
I can't remember last time we saw him because
it's been over 2 years.
He's been in Seattle, so I am not sure the last time. Oh, the last time we went to Seattle would probably have been PAX West 2019.
It's been a minute. Yeah, so he'll be visiting, and we will be reminiscing the good old days of when we were young and making games together.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. And we have a special appearance at dinner by our friend Dan Rubalcaba, who is a indie developer who now works at Riot, as well as his indie games. And he worked at Obsidian with us. So
be an Obsidian reunion today.
Yeah. The only one we'll be missing is Mr. John Burke.
I like him. He's a nice guy.
Wrong God of War. Yeah, he worked... I want to say God of War 0, maybe another one. Was 0 one? I didn't play God of War, sorry. But he worked... It was years ago, like, let's say 6 years ago.
Because he's been at Bungie for quite some time.
Yeah. Bungie... I really love how Bungie was one of the first games to connect, like, a website to the game. So if you got an item in the game, you could check a website to see your inventory, and you could actually drag and drop it to equip the guy in-game using a browser. So you could have Destiny running on one monitor and a browser on another, and you could say, oh, I want to switch gear, and it would send a request to an API that would tell the game, oh, you wanted to switch your gloves out. And, like, that's super rad. But they don't do remote hiring, and they don't do the languages that I program in, so I'm hoping that
most people don't.
Yeah, I'm hoping that other game developers do that kind of stuff, because that would have been really cool to work on.
Oh, right. You could have worked on the website.
Yeah, like I really want to work on more JavaScript tech startups combined in the game industry, but there's just not. It's still such a slow burn.
C++, bitches.
Yeah. People are still.
We don't do that here.
People are still coding their backend APIs in C-based languages, and I'm just like, You're doing it
Justin's
wrong.
like past C-based languages, you guys.
I can't imagine.
He's like ascended to the world of JavaScript.
For fun though, I wrote some C++ this week. Just some like coding, like challenge type things with Dan did it with me, and so did Invader, and I was surprised how much I remember about pointers and references and data types and stuff. It was fun. I think I could be a C++ developer again.
Justin,
There's
I
a world.
have no doubt that you could do any type of coding if you studied up on it first. You're a very smart boy.
You should do a game that's integrated with Twitch that's all web-based. I mean, I've integrated with the Twitch API for the bot, who's...
Thank you for the happy birthday.
He's hanging out in here, obviously. I saw a game where it uses your Twitch viewers as soldiers. I've seen some people develop those kind of Twitch games live, which is really cool. I want to do a lot more with the Discord API and the Twitch API. I think there's some really cool stuff, whether it's in-game or on Twitch and linked tangentially to the game. There's a lot of really fun stuff that people at a small scale like indie are playing with a lot, but at a large scale at studios they're not even considering it. They just do like the basics, which is dumb because there's so much cool stuff that we can do. I had something else about the Twitch API. I don't remember. Oh, I got. Whoa, hey, hair got all crazy.
No, it looks good. I like this weird hacker thing you have going on with the hood up and the blonde hair. It's fun. A game with marbles.
Yeah, I think it would be really neat to expand Bovine Bot to like have games. And I don't know if you guys are aware too. Discord has in-app games now. It's still early alpha. The only one I know of is poker, and it's run by Discord. But if you Google Discord Poker Night, I think you'll find their server where you play poker inside Discord, and it's really cool. So Discord is starting to do like web-based games inside Discord, which is neat. I think it's cool. They use WebGL, I believe. And I don't know if any of you are programmers, but there's this new thing that came out called GitHub Copilot, which is like autocomplete for your code, but it searches, it basically searches open source GitHub, Stack Overflow, Google results for code, and it uses AI to guess what you want. So you can say, like, make a function called add two numbers, and it will suggest the entire code function that will do everything, and with comments and everything, based on what it knows about programming. It's kind of insane. And I saw a post on the forums where a guy used it to make a Discord bot. He was like, make a function called connect to Discord, and it's like bloop. And it's like, oh cool, now make a function called read chat line. It's like bloop, and it just filled everything in for him. I got access to it, but I haven't really got to play with it. But I think it might be really interesting for, you know, if anyone's ever tried to code like, oh, I need to connect to Twitch. You have to do a lot of reading and research and figure it out.
Reading.
And this AI might just be like, well, let me help you with that. Bloop. So I think that's pretty neat.
How do you chat during a battle? Cute.
That's Discord, not Twitch.
I know that it's Discord.
We're live over here.
I know this
Not over
person's
here.
asking, but look, it's great because someone else in the community responded and told them how to talk during battle on Discord.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I find lately the less I talk in Discord, the more other people do. So I'm just
That's
kind of
fun.
letting people chat.
Yeah. Click on your avatar. Use your coins to get emotes.
Oh man.
You can say all the fun things that we let you. Because otherwise people would say really awful things.
Oh yeah. So I'm currently working on
Hey!
Whoa.
What's up?
Oh hey.
You're
Venezuela.
Right. So yes. He was the one asking about how to talk in the game. Discord, see?
Hello Venezuela from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Hi.
I think you just joined, didn't you?
Yeah, he's playing. He's
No.
figuring
Yeah,
out how
he
things
just joined.
work. Hola.
Yeah, welcome to Doomtrooper. You've come at a good time. The game is mostly
Bienvenido.
stable, and it's nice. We're trying to finish up the base set. So anyways, I'm trying to work on Honor Award, Hero Award, Decoration, and Commendation right now, which are tricky for one reason, and I want to tweak them based on some stuff other people have suggested. But so this
he says this game is great. I love it.
Yay!
Thank you.
So
Gracias.
Imagine playing Doomtrooper, right? There are 3 interrupt phases now. There is when your opponent plays a card, it pops up. During combat, it pops up. And now post-combat, it pops up, right? In every one of those instances, and please correct me if I'm wrong because you'd save me, it requires you to play a fate card, formerly known as a special card if you're new to the game. You'll notice that Hero Award is a immediately after combat card, but it's an attachment. And you'll also see Martyr, which I would change, is a support card. So this is the first time that during an interrupt window, when a little window pops up giving you a chance to play during your opponent's turn, that you play a non-fate card. Definitely a doable problem, and after talking to Invader, the engine allows it. It doesn't care. But things like the engine, if you tried, let's say it's play a support card immediately after combat, the engine is set to reject support cards if it's not your turn, probably. And the engine is set to take away one action for playing a support card. But if you played this during your opponent's turn, you don't have an action. So A, you don't want it to crash, and B, you don't want it to take away your opponent's action. So there's like a domino effect of wanting to play a support card during an interrupt that I'll have to go through step by step. Like, does the client let me drag and drop it? Or drag it, select it. Does the window let me drop it? And then does the code allow that weird action to get sent to the server? And then when that's done, does the server accept it? Does it take away actions from the wrong player, et cetera, et cetera? So I got to go down that line. But after I do, we will have basically all of these cards except Narrow Escape, I think, will go in like the same day. So I'm hopeful. So tomorrow's update, I'm hoping to put in Portents of Victory and then Honor Award, Hero Award, Decoration, Commendation. And it could, if something goes wrong, it could be less. And if something goes well, it could be more, depending on whether or not I catch all these dominoes.
Justin, can I have some water?
Sourced and bottled in majestic mountains. Liquid Death Mountain water.
Okay. Not going to watch the whole video, sorry. Where's the other button? There it is. Boop.
Oh my god.
Remember AG-17 Panzerknacker? Yeah.
Panzerknacker. That just sounds funny.
AG-17...
Oh my god, it's like watering everything. It's really warm in this room right now.
So AG-17 Panzerknacker is in the blocked by triggered combat column.
Take it back. Take it back.
Take it back. Take it back. Take it.
Take it way, way back.
I'm sorry. I have my new Stream Deck down here because I am.
Yeah.
Willow was interested in my older one for her stream, and I wanted the one with more buttons. So I have the nice one with more buttons, but I moved some around, so it takes me like twice as long to remember where they are.
It's so funny. There's so many like blank spaces. It's like, what are we gonna fill them with now?
I haven't finished setting it up, but yeah. So AG-17 Panzerknacker is a tricky one because the way I understand, it's easy on tabletop because you say, okay, as one action I can shoot one warrior twice, so it's 2 attacks. So you just do it. You say, okay, I'm doing an attack, now it lets me do another attack, let's do it. But from a digital standpoint, we need to, I don't like, look at those knackers. we need to force the second one to happen.
What's a knacker?
So it could be something like after the first combat finishes, the attacking player gets a dialogue that says, do you want to do your second attack? Because it does say may. It doesn't say you have to. Or it needs to force the second combat to start immediately after the one. Or boop.
That's our dedicated boop button.
Boop. Or it needs to just give you back your tactical action so you can attack again. Because it says may, so, but then it needs to flag your account that you're only allowed to attack with that warrior. And that would be confusing because you'd be like, oh, I still have my tactical action. I'm going to attack with this other guy. And it has to error and tell you must attack with. So there's like a UX problem that we have to solve. And the word may either makes it easier or harder depending on how you look at it. If it was you must shoot one warrior twice or you do shoot one warrior twice, then we would know we have to force it. But may gives it an option. So, yeah, I don't know. Another one that comes to mind is, God, there's so much swimming around in my brain. The capital gun.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Nimrod autocannon. Owning warrior may, again, optional, may attack 2 opponents with 1 tactical action. Choose 2 targets before combat begins. So we need something like expanding our target select system. So when a warrior who has Nimrod autocannon attacks, it has to know that you're attacking with shoot, because it's a shoot weapon, I guess. And then it pops up a window that says choose targets, and you choose 2 of them, and then, you know, it's like a domino effect again. It just gets tricky. I think Invader might be choosing to work on this one, though, as his next challenge. We just have to figure out... We have a problem of the past of he and I being a little cowboy with this stuff, where we're like, yeah, we'll just make this card work. And then you'll notice that Nimrod autocannon and AG-17 are very similar, but slightly different. So if we just dive into one, when we go to do the other one, we'll be like, oh shit, that difference makes it harder. So we need to like look at all of them, which is why I have this, you know, nice little, where's my search, sorry. This nice little chart where I can say like, okay, all of these cards here are similar. Misfire, Clumsiness, Nimrod autocannon, AG-17, etc. Those are all very similar. So we need to look at all of those and then make a plan how the game will take those. And then when we code it, they'll all go in quickly. But if we just pick one and do it, we'll end up shooting ourselves in the foot. Which I realize I'm talking about guns, so that metaphor works so much better than I thought. You know, Roxygen, the weird thing about Doomtrooper is at this point, everything is both easy and impossible to program. Because everything goes into the game really quickly, but then it breaks like 1,000 other things. Because we've made assumptions in the past that proved to no longer be true based on new cards that we added. And I stand by that being fine. Without a budget of much higher, there's no way for us to look at 400 cards and map out everything perfectly from the day one. Like, with a large budget, we could have spent time doing that or hired people who were like specialized with spreadsheets and organization. But like, with the budget we had, I think we did pretty well getting to this point. I mean, we have basically 300 cards in the game. So, but yeah, the domino effect happens.
Every time.
We're fighting the domino effect all the time with bugs happening or changes, and we're fighting the House of Cards thing, where if we add a new card and it makes bugs, we sometimes have to go in and fix all that code to get rid of the bug, not just band-aid it. Because if we don't, it makes the House of Cards taller, and then when we add another layer on top, the whole House of Cards could collapse. And that's happened a handful of times in Doomtrooper development, where we've pushed a little update, and usually Thorgal or somebody is like, yeah, I really broke stuff. And it's just a nightmare. Panic Button exposed the House of Cards in a bad way.
Yeah, that was rough.
But it'll be back. That was rough.
Anyways, you want to show some of the possible emotes that are available in Doomtrooper?
Oh, for new players?
Yeah.
Oops, I clicked on the stream and not my...
not
my window. Oh, I will say, so I've been working on the tutorial, but it's, like, you'll see the new left side here, and it says tutorial up at the top. Like, that's new. A lot of people haven't noticed that. Also, the dialogue is completely new. It's kind of hard to see on stream, maybe, but if I go to
the thingies are
if
over
I go
the
to the
dialogue.
next dialogue, you'll see how it scrolls. But if I click twice, you'll see maybe it started to scroll, and the second time I clicked, it just completed it. So that brings the dialogue in line with how you expect other games to work. So, you know, we click once to complete the dialogue and again to finish it. Otherwise, it'll just scroll on its own. and it should render a lot better without like starting and stopping so much, which was a bug it had before. So I don't know. I think the dialogue is a lot better. Also, for the nerds out there, I separated. There are 3 systems. There's dialogue, which includes all the other systems. So when I say show me the dialogue, it's the black curtain on the background, the character on the right, and the text on the bottom. And then inside there, the character on the right is its own component. So I can render him without the text if I want, without the curtain if I want. And then the dialogue box is its own thing. So in the tutorial, I think there will be times where we just need a text box on screen, maybe at the top of the screen, that explains, let's for instance, interrupts. The first time you see an interrupt, we need to explain what an interrupt is. So my plan is to do the centered text box like you have now, but no character at the top of the screen. So it'll be above the interrupt, and it'll be like, this is an interrupt screen. And you can click through and read an explanation of how the interrupt works as part of the tutorial. So the box, the character, the curtain, they're all separate and it can be used together or separately, which is now coded at the proper standards that you would expect from a modern 2021 JavaScript app. So stuff like making the text scroll was easier for me to add, and more efficient, less laggy, which is nice. So yeah, I'm very happy that the dialogue is in a state where it can be used during the tutorial. We're at the Ocarina of Time text scroll. I think most games have that now where, I want to hurry, so I hit the button so it expands. The only thing I might add is a, let's say, 1.5-second delay. So if you hit the button, it'll finish. But if you hit the button again immediately, it won't do anything for 1.5 seconds, so that if you're spamming the button, it doesn't just spam through the text. It kind of forces you to read it. But if you really don't want to read it, like you've already read it, then 1.5 seconds won't be too annoying. But if you're just that guy who's like, I don't need to read the tutorial.
And it usually is a guy, to be clear.
Yeah, I'm gendering on purpose. The children and the women always read.
Always.
But the male masculine, the more male masculine you skew, the less you read the tutorial, because when we do demos, because they think
this is real life.
Yeah, this is actual data.
Things that we know. We've seen it.
They
time and time again.
I know how video games work. I play Magic the Gathering. I play Hearthstone. I got this.
And then they fill up their board and give their opponents tons of points and lose.
Those are the guys. Those are the people who lose the tutorial. It's not hard to win the tutorial,
it's
and
really
they lose
not.
it.
I'm like, hey, maybe you should stop putting out all these stupid warriors and giving your opponent points.
Yeah, that's a tricky problem too. Like if you were to make a card game, you would never consider that, because it looks like Magic or Hearthstone. People assume it is, but like I can't think of an example. I don't know. Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link looks like Super Mario Brothers, but it plays completely different. And that's not the best example, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, just because it's side-scrolling doesn't mean it plays like every other side-scroller you've ever played before.
So people sit down and they fill up the board. They put every warrior out that they possibly can, and it's usually a bunch of ones that have armor or are only worth like 1 or 2. And so they just fill up the board, and they just... The AI kills them off, and I'm like, hey, you have no points, and the AI has 11 or something. I'm like, let's try just making this one samurai stronger.
Yeah. And if they don't listen to us at the tutorials, we usually just kind of like casually turn our back and talk to someone else, and then as soon as we do that, they kind of go, and then they bolt. Because they're embarrassed that they skip the tutorial. It's kind of the best part of doing conventions.
But also...
They disobey us, they disobey the game, and then they get embarrassed and they run away. And I'm just like, oh, I wish you would have listened. I want to teach you this game. It's so much fun.
But they're not on Discord. They can't. This is live. We're talking about in-person demos.
Yeah, like at conventions.
At conventions.
Remember conventions before the world was all dying?
So they sit down. We see them click and spam it. We tell each other. I would look at Chris or Justin. I say he didn't do the tutorial, and we already know what that means. When we say that to each other, we know that means that they're gonna fuck up soon. So watch them, because ideally we want everyone to win so that they have good feelings about the game, right? So we watch them do this. We see them fuck up because they don't pay attention to the tutorial. We watch them fill the board, and then we have to hold their hand later. And no one likes being spoken to at conventions. It's all nerds. It's like nerd on nerd, awkwardness on awkwardness, but we still have to go over to them and be like, hey, do you see this card? Use this card to make this warrior stronger. Look at that. Good job. Anyways, I brought you here so that
I know, I was waiting for you to finish talking.
Show the emotes.
So this will be in the tutorial as well. I'm working on, I don't know what you guys call it. It's like, it's not a tutorial. It's like a quick tips system, maybe. I don't know what to call it, but it's like you finish the tutorial in a game and you're in your first game, and it would say, a little bubble would pop up down here, and it would say, click here, like this, but like permanent, like on the screen. It would say, click here to communicate with the other player, and a little X. And once you exit out, you'll never see it again. And then later it'll say something like, highlight here to see how many cards are in your draw pile. And you exit out and it'll be gone forever. So it'll like flag your client that you've seen that tip, but it'll show up every time. But anyways, to get to the point so I stop getting distracted, you click on your avatar and you can scroll through a menu down here.
I love that Yes Queen is in here.
Yeah, and then it pops up on the right up here to communicate. And some of these aren't available to everybody, but we do have some available in the store. So in the store, there's always one emote for sale for coins that are maybe going to be beta exclusive. I haven't fully decided yet. Let me check something really quick. Bear with me. I'm just going to erase them. So if I refresh the page now, because I cleared some data on my client, you see this. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, but I want more of these in-game. So the first time you go to the store, you see this. It's a notification that basically says that we're in early access beta, collections will occasionally be reset with notice, and after each reset, all purchase packs will be returned to you to be reopened, trying to make people understand how our resets work. But as soon as you click accept, your computer, not the server or your account or anything, your computer is just flagged as I've seen the store alert. So from that point forward, you won't see it again unless you do what I did and you clear your memory or you install a new computer. But I think that system needs to be in-game for stuff like emotes and littler things that people forget. So it's basically like after the tutorial teaches you things, it's kind of a lot of info. So then there's like a second tutorial in the game that's like, hey, remember where meditate is? It's right here, buddy. Like, remember where victory points are? They're right down here. And it just kind of like refreshes your memory as you're playing the game. And I think that's good.
Thomas Jane avatar. Do we definitely have? I know.
Yeah, we can do that.
To that.
We can do that.
I know it's in the game already.
I asked Fred, and he says that we have the rights to all the Mutant Chronicles movie stuff.
Because that would be kind of cool to have a Thomas Jane avatar. I like
regarding
that a lot.
Avatars, animated Valerie here is. So the unanimated Valerie is only for beta testers. So when we go live on the base set, no one will get this Valerie.
So get it now.
No, the one that you get automatically. Hold your horn. Hold your horses.
Hold my horn.
But this animated version is the thank you for playing the beta. You earned at least 1,000 coins, which means you played a couple weeks, bare minimum. I suggest everybody buy this because when it goes away, it'll be gone forever. So animated,
forever.
Yeah. Right now, animated Valerie and normal Valerie are really common. Everyone has Valerie, and animated is pretty easy to buy. But once that date hits, only people prior to that date will ever have this avatar. So just as a reminder, make sure you get it if you want something that's exclusive to the beta other than the beta tester title. What is it? Calabozo Criollo. I'm going to try that. Sorry if I butchered it.
It means dungeon.
Did you look it up?
I did. I did.
So you click on on the top right, you click on your avatar area, and you can come in here. You can see some stats, which I will be adding more to, a lot more stats as we move forward. I love stats. All of your avatars are visible here, the ones that you have.
Which will not be this many, because this is his developer account. He
you
has
probably
everything
only
here.
have the one, so you'll have to earn some through getting some coins and buying them in the store. Titles are here, so you can change your title. As a reminder, if you're an old school player, Alpha Tester is going to be one of the rarest titles that we ever made. Just because...
You can't get it now, right?
Yeah, it's already gone.
It's gone.
It's already gone. That and Founder. So Founder was only for people who backed the Kickstarter. The founding ones, you can still get one more time. But Founder was for Kickstarter people, so that one's also gone forever. So I do like rare stuff. I'm a collector type when I play games. So also card backs. You'll see this top row here. There's some variants of the default one. Those are actually going to be available for the first time soon. And one of them will be available in a purchasable pack that is for new players, so everybody gets one. And it's basically a really, really discounted bundle of 20 cards. So you get 20 cards plus a really cool card back for a really big discount, but you can only buy it once. And I had a good spot for the other one and I forgot what it was, so I'll have to get back to you. Also, this card back, the green one, I think is only available to Kickstarter backers, so that's a super rare one as well. But yeah, if you want more avatars or titles, there are it changes at midnight every night, so there's a title, an avatar, and an emote for sale for a small number of coins every day. Animated Valerie is always available, and there is a coffee avatar that I'm going to bring back that is for sale. It's just like
it's a donation.
It's a donation to the Doomtrooper team for me to drink more coffee, because I drink a lot, but coffee. But you get a really cool black and white avatar, which is
Cafe.
Visible here.
Sure, there it is, yeah.
Yeah, you get this guy, which is really fun. Black and white avatars are kind of rare, but I like giving them out. Also, if you are into that kind of thing, this animated Bannerman here is one of my favorite because the orange matches the green, like complementary. That is only available from a developer. We give them out to people who are recognized in the community. So basically, if you hang out in Discord, you help find a lot of bugs, you're nice to people, and you basically do a service to the community, you can be granted that by me or Steve or Invader or somebody, usually me though. So that is fun. And you'll see some holiday ones in here. So there's a Christmas-esque one, there's Halloween ones, and there's black one here is for Black Friday, which is the shopping day before Thanksgiving, where tons of people die every year in America.
It's not tons of people. It's like one or two every year. Yeah. But there is a running count. The Black Friday death count is a thing.
Yeah, I think there's...
What is it up to now? Who knows? But yeah, people die. We're so capitalist here. People die. 14 deaths, 117 injuries. I don't know when this started. But, it'll say, right? It'll scroll all the way back to 2006 is when they started this death count. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So BlackFridayDeathCount.com is, fun fact, that was the name of our trivia team when we played bar trivia.
Yeah, for years.
But this site literally tracks people die shopping on Black Friday. So in honor of their death, we give you guys a avatar on Black Friday. It looks like a black square.
It does.
But it's actually a skull. A Doomtrooper skull. But it's a different shade of technically gray, but it's almost black on black, so it's really hard to see depending on your monitor. And we always improve it a little every year to make it more visible. But
they did say that, Michael. But Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, after.
It's the day after.
I'm thinking Sunday. That's Easter.
No. And that's good that they're not going to open on Thanksgiving.
Also, there was a bug. Thank you to someone for reporting that. The new dialogue system actually broke the new player dialogue where...
Some people are at entryway.
That's our food.
Oh, sorry. We've got a doorbell.
Our
basically, there's a dialogue at the beginning of the game that welcomes you to the game, gives you 5 packs, and it's a dialogue with a trencher who comes in. I forgot one line of code. Literally one line when I was fixing the dialogue. So for 5 days or so, people weren't getting their 5 packs. So
Justin.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I thought of trying to figure out a way to test that so it was automated, but I don't know. It should be good now.
We actually redid his roots recently, so it it is blonder than it was before. Because he had like pretty sizable roots going on. You can kind of see the blonde changes color. It's like they were down to here. And then I did make sure to put like more dye up front so that it would turn more like white blonde.
I'm getting over it though, I think. I think we're gonna dye it like
it's still too golden for his skin tone, but I am not a professional. So
I think we're gonna dye it a crazy color, and then I'm just gonna start like I'm gonna cut the sides really short, and then cut the top, and then keep cutting it, and then eventually it'll just be like a normal, presentable adult.
Yeah, so the deal was never to have it this golden because his skin tone just isn't for that. But it's just like we didn't go to a professional. If you're gonna dye your hair blonde, especially, we always, he's a guy and he doesn't care if his hair is short, so we always have that as a backup where like if it's really bad we can just chop it off. But especially if you don't want to lose your hair, never dye your hair blonde yourself. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, I was leaning towards something like this. It'd be a short-lived
I still want to do that.
Yeah, it'd be a short-lived haircut, but I think...
Or hairstyle, you mean?
Sure, color. But anyways, I think I might do that just for fun, and then...
And we're going to buy a black pillowcase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a pair of white sunglasses and a cardigan and just go all out for like a couple weeks and then cut it off.
Yeah.
Side note, Kurt Cobain's daughter had the same hair color for a while. It's kind of a cool homage to her dad, who sadly she never knew.
Yeah, that's true.
Doomtrooper green. I really like that color green, yeah, but I don't know how it would look on me. It might look cool, but I don't know. I like the idea of having shorter hair again. I mean, I have a decent head shape. We'll see.
A decent head shape.
I got dark for a second there.
She never knew.
I mean, a little bit, Willow, but if you want to feel less bad, just look up Frances Bean's net worth like that. I know it, doesn't replace her father or whatever, but she owns most of the publishing rights for Nirvana, for her dad's share in Nirvana now. She's doing pretty well. She seems happy too. She's doing art. I know it's not all about money.
I love how Solifan's like on Discord. He's like, like the JAJA Spanish. It's the same thing as hold on. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I love how we have people of different languages.
I don't remember the ja origin.
It's the same thing because they don't. The J sound in Spanish is an H.
Oh,
so if you say, that's why Spanish speakers say JAJA.
Oh man. So hopefully in Balfour.
What? Is he here? Oh my god.
Balfour, what's up, my friend? Always a pleasure to have you come in. I feel like when he comes in, I need a dance to do. I need like a Balfour dance.
You actually do need. Yeah, you need.
What? Roxy just subscribed.
Ah.
Oh man.
No. Balfour gave him.
I found my mask in my pocket.
Balfour gave him a subscription.
Oh, Balfour is making it rain. Balfour, I came into your stream the other day, but I was confused. I think you were there. It was like. It was not you playing, it was somebody else, but it said it was Munchkin Monday, and I was like, what's happening? And then I gave up and I left. So.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know who this person is. But look at that, Roxygen, you got a subscription thanks to Blood Rain. So, maybe go check out Bloodhaven's channel. They do a lot of streams, play some board games and video games and fun people. My friend still needs to learn. Thursdays with Buddy. Yeah, that was it.
Thursdays with Buddy.
Oh, man.
Is his name Buddy?
I don't know.
Is the friend's name Buddy?
But always appreciated the subs and the subscriptions. I think Balfour's paid for
everything.
All of the subscriptions I have at this point. I don't know. I do really miss my programmer streams. Like every week that I've gone by that I don't do them, I miss them more.
You don't have time.
Especially when I see Willow streaming and I'm like, oh, I want to stream. So I'm hoping that with, like I said, my personal life outside of Doomtrooper is going through a lot of changes right now.
He's becoming a man, you guys.
I'm hoping that with all of these changes, one of the things that will come back is the timing and the lack of stress to do the programming streams again. I think it's going to be doable. Should be fun. So might be back to my 2 nights a week writing code live.
When?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
There's no time for this stuff.
But things are changing, as you know.
He is blossoming.
I'm
Things are not changing in that you cannot make more hours in the day, sir. You only have so many. Clean the corner of your mouth. You have brownie in your mouth.
I didn't eat a brownie today.
Well, then, that's cake from last night, so you have serious problems, so...
Oh, man.
There.
Drop in, do my good deed. Gotta go. We are gonna stream with a new community member. Oh, are you streaming like now? If that's the case,
like meow?
we will drop in for a bit as well.
Yeah.
If you feel a bit of chest pain, that's perfectly normal for puberty. Oh, well, thank you, Willow.
Blossoming.
No, everything is good. Everything is. It looks like my life, for multiple reasons, is gonna have less stress, slightly more time, a little bit more money, which leads to the less stress and the more time. You know how it works. Yeah, I think maybe I'll stream some more because I do miss it. It's fun coding. I love coding, obviously, but there's something about coding and
JavaScript.
having people dropping in and like, I don't know.
You're making a game in JavaScript? Who does that?
Talking about nerd stuff and people who are interested in how Doomtrooper or JavaScript or game development works.
But what's funny is like he'll start out by like he's just working on Doomtrooper, he's coding. He sometimes is often drinking like a little bit of whiskey, and then as like it gets closer to the end of the stream, like someone will bring up like a company that he's annoyed with, and Justin will just be like, well, back 10 years ago this company did this, and he'll tell some like really funny story about like how some company wronged him, and you get some like AAA and indie game dev insider stories on
Oh yeah, if I'm drinking whiskey and you want to hear some real talk about Bethesda,
it's always Bethesda, to be clear. I should have just said that. It's always them.
Top 10 reasons you should not work at Bethesda. Top 10 reasons you should not play Bethesda games. Top 10 reasons Bethesda is not a nice person. Yeah. So tune in to my programming streams when I have whiskey, and yeah. I will tell you all kinds of fun stories about Bethesda.
Who else has wronged us? They won't let us go to the convention because our game is...
Fun fact. That's Bethesda.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because...
What convention is that that they do?
QuakeCon.
QuakeCon. We can't go to QuakeCon.
Yeah, they won't let us go to QuakeCon because our game has Doom in the title, and they think it's a direct competitor to the Elder Scrolls Legends card game they used to have. So it doesn't matter who I apply for, I get one of those two canned responses that I can't attend there. I think they just heard about my stream and don't like me bad-mouthing them. Courtney got a tattoo yesterday from a guy who used to work at Kat Von D's shop, and he had so much to rant about. It was glorious.
That's fun.
Not the first person I've heard rant about Kat Von D.
That's super fun.
Fun fact, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Kat Von D got so fed up with the liberals in California
she is a nut.
that she moved to Indiana.
Why would you do that?
I'm from Indiana. I got fed up with Indiana and moved to LA. She got fed up with LA and moved to Indiana. That should tell you a lot about her as a person.
I feel like there's other states you could go to, though, that are right-leaning that isn't Indiana.
Do you like Donald Trump? Do you hate gay people? Do you like lots of land where no one will come on your lawn? Come to Indiana. And that's where she went.
Why wouldn't you just go to Florida?
No.
Because at least there you have the beaches still.
They don't hate gay people as much as Florida, so we can make assumptions. I mean, as much as Indiana.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on where in Florida you go. You can go to Daytona Beach. They're plenty red there. Don't go to Miami or Fort Lauderdale. that's a bluer area. But
in her defense, which I hate to say, because I don't know the woman, but in her defense, maybe she just really liked how far her money went in Indiana, and she had no idea that they are like super homophobic and racist and nationalist and God knows what else is going on in Indiana. So maybe it was just a mistake that she chose that state. Full Trump support, QAnon, anti-vax. Yeah. Sometimes when you're rich, you just get bored and you need something because like you've already solved that whole money problem. So
yeah, that is giving her too much credit, I think, personally.
What do you do with your time now? Like,
where's Mike Pence from? Oh, Indiana. I'll go there. Cool. Sounds good.
Oh boy. Well,
that's fun. I mean, now that we've trashed Florida and Indiana, I feel like that's all in a day's work, right?
No.
Right?
Well, it's lunchtime, and the dog needs to go outside.
Oh yeah, he looks real.
You see my wife's legs.
Oh my god. I'm wearing shorts, you guys.
Doggo! Schnitzel! Corgi! Hey!
Schnitzel! Oh my god, thank
yay.
God. Jesus Christ. God.
What's up, buddy?
Hi!
Hi, you're a good boy.
Hi! Oh, Lord.
Alright, so I think we're getting a little delirious, so it's time to head out, but you guys should definitely check out Bloodhaven. He is going to be streaming shortly.
He's live now.
I don't see him live now.
Well, I'm telling you, I got the little alert that said he was live.
Okay, well maybe he's live now. We'll go check him out. Also, Willow will be streaming in a little while. I don't know. If not, she will stream eventually. So you should follow her. And if you're new here, you can follow me down there somewhere. You can subscribe and give bits like Balfour.
In an hour.
Definitely appreciated. And yeah, let's see.
Are we go to him?
We'll Bloodhaven. Looks like he's playing Dungeons and Dragons. So
that's pretty cool.
Thank you guys for hanging out. As a reminder, the Doomtrooper update has been pushed to Mondays. That way, we have more of a chance to let the game be stable over the weekend because we have more players over the weekend. And
why do crazy stuff when everyone's
push
playing?
Scary shit Friday night. Not only does it ruin my weekend, but it ruins anyone who wants to play Doomtrooper all weekend. So,
and my weekend.
Yeah, and Julie's weekend. So because of Julie, we are moving the updates to Monday night instead of Friday nights. So we'll see new cards on Monday. For now, we will go hang out with Balfour for a little bit. And I don't think he's actually starting yet, but I encourage you guys to stick around if you're bored. Keep it open in a tab, and we will see you guys next Sunday. I think I did it. Did I push the button?
Bye, you guys.
I don't think it did anything.
We're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
No, it says that it's happening.
Oh, does it?
See
Okay.
it. I see it happening.
All right, it's happening. Rez, see you later. Willow, see you later.
Oh, my goodness.
Roxygen, see you later.
Woo!
See you guys on Discord. I don't know why I don't have like a raid now button. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's up on this monitor. Aw, silly me. All right. Bye, Julie.
Bye, guys.